Hello, listeners. This is Janine
and Kristen
from Henrico Casa. You are listening to our podcast, Vigilant Voices. Living life every day. Hello, listeners. Thanks for joining us today for another guest episode of our Vigilant Voices podcast.
We know it's a busy season, and we're glad you're pausing with us for a few minutes. You'll be glad you did, because today we have a friend of Casa joining Janine and I.
Yes, and he is a Henrico County firefighter, the president of the Henrico Professional Firefighters Association, and vice president of the 5th District of the Virginia Professional Firefighters Association.
Basically, he's all in, right?
Yes.
Like, he is a lifelong, dedicated public servant.
And so much so that he even uses his facial hair for service. He is part of our Mustaches for Kids team, helping us grow awareness for CASA's work year after year on our Henrico Heroes team.
Yes, and we're so grateful to know him and collaborate with him. So welcome, Bill Boger.
Yay! Woo!
Thank you for allowing me to be here. I'll tell you, it does make me feel old when you say lifelong.
But much life to live.
But there we go.
Thank you.
All right, Bill, we always like to get a little backstory on our guests. So would love for you to tell us and the listeners just a little bit about yourself, maybe what led to your career in firefighting.
Okay.
Lifelong.
Lifelong career, long career. Well, 22 years. So I guess
Okay.
I'm getting up there in terms of my overall experience. You know, when you look at a 25 typical career,
Yeah.
I'm toward the end now, but it's been 22 years. Joined in 2003 with the Henrico County Division of Fire. I'm what a lot of people like to term kind of a 9/11 baby, and not in terms of I was born then, but that is what spurred my interest in becoming a public servant.
Yeah.
After 9/11, I was working kind of in the corporate world and just realized that I wanted to do something a little bit more.
Yeah.
So at that point, I looked into different things, thought police, thought fire, took an EMT course,
Okay.
became an emergency medical technician. That kind of led me to my fire career. So joined in 2003 with Henrico and been there ever since.
Yeah. Which is amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Henrico County is wonderful. It's really been very good for me, been good for my family. We're busy. It's a busy department.
Yes.
So we get to do a lot of things. I've always been at your busier fire stations, so I've enjoyed that. And the way I've given back is, as you mentioned, through the Henrico Professional Firefighters Association. So we're organized as the local union, 1568, through the International Association of Firefighters. So I've been privileged to be the president of them since 2000.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
So, excuse me, 2020.
I was going to say 2000. Wait,
That's a long time, yeah.
2020. It seems like a lot longer,
Yeah.
sometimes, but that's really the way that I get
Yeah.
back, and I appreciate the trust that our 450 members have placed in me, kind of act there. And then on a state level, having moved up and now representing 14 different locals across Central Virginia and helping them, achieve their goals through their association.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You're clearly a leader in the field
Yeah.
of firefighting. I didn't realize how long you were with Henrico County specifically. So tell us, I mean, I'm sure you've seen it change a lot, grow a lot, right? But, what are the stats on the fire department right now? Like stations and firefighters?
23 fire stations right now, geographically dispersed around the county. We're over 620 sworn
Wow.
firefighters. So we were probably 300 and some when I started.
Okay.
So we've just seen the incredible growth, just necessary too, because our call volumes are over 50,000 calls annually.
Wow.
And even this year, some news stories have come out recently, we're seeing almost an 11%, 8 to 11% increase this year alone for 911 calls for fire related responses. So that could be medical or fire.
Sure.
But the call volume is there.
Yeah.
I know the population of Henrico County, is estimated around 340,000, but that's not taking into account all the tourism,
Right.
all of the business, all the
people coming into our town.
Everything.
And we stay busy. There's really not a lot of stations anymore. There's a few that aren't as busy as others, but
Everyone's working.
there's been a lot of changes in 20 years.
Yeah. Are there any new stations on the horizon?
We just opened Station 23 in the East End. That is the only new one. We're rebuilding a lot of older stations. That's what we're focused on now, because a lot of these stations started in the 70s, 80s. So they're really trying to refresh them and rebuild. Station 6, our busiest station over near the airport, is getting a new home. right now, and then just refreshes of a lot of other stations. So I'm hoping at this point maybe we're well covered.
Yeah.
We don't need any more stations because that's more people, and but we'll see.
Yeah.
That decision is not up to me.
Yeah. Well, we are very grateful for you and all of our first responders in this way. And we have really loved getting to know the firefighters that we've met over the last, few years, but really just with our time, with the county. So transitioning to that, we first met you, Bill, and several of members of your team through Richmond's Mustaches for Kids campaign. So just tell us a little bit how you initially got involved and why firefighters and mustaches go hand in hand. I think this history is super interesting.
Yeah, I think it was probably 2022 when I was just driving one day and just thinking about, people do Movember and mustaches. And I said, that's something maybe the union should get involved in. Maybe the firefighters love a good mustache if you've seen them. A lot of firefighters have mustaches. It's like, we love supporting charities. We do a lot for muscular dystrophy. We do a lot for a lot of other charities. And we're like, what can the union do? So I looked it up and found that there was this group in Richmond called Mustaches for Kids Richmond.
Who knew?
Okay.
Who knew?
I cold called them.
Yeah.
And then they called me right back. They're like, we would love for the firefighters to be involved in this. So that started the conversation. It started our first program that year where we encourage people to grow mustaches to raise money for M4K Richmond. It's 501c3. It's a great organization. We had a nice little successful fun time. Found out just how great that organization is. And then at the end of the year, I met someone. Actually, both of you were there, I believe. Met you both there, and we realized, wait a second, we're Henrico firefighters, you're Henrico Casa. Maybe we should team up.
What could we do together?
Let's do this together. And that's
the
what
birth
started.
of the Henrico Heroes team.
Hence the birth of Henrico Heroes. So, but mustaches, I mean, it's a great way to raise money. Firefighters and mustaches go hand to hand.
Love it.
You've seen so many good and bad firefighter mustaches.
Oh yeah, specifically in Henrico County. We love some of the pictures and reels that have come up over time. And I mean, for us, and you all probably feel the same way, it's just lighthearted when our day-to-day can be tough, right? And so we see that with you all too. And I've always loved thinking about the fact that when an emergency call comes in, the children that you all may meet in a situation very likely turn into CASA children moving forward. So I feel like we're kind of on a continuum, maybe.
And the fact that it benefits children, whether it's Henrico Casa, Stop Child Abuse Now, Ask Childhood Cancer Foundation, any of those. For firefighters, children are really, they're our weak point. We see a lot of terrible things every day, from medical calls, fire calls, traffic accidents, whatever it might be. With adults, a lot of time, some of those things are self-inflicted. With children, they're innocent. They didn't cause any of the problems. So whenever we can help children, that really is important to us.
Love that.
Love that.
Before we keep going forward, remind me, I feel like there's a historical connection between firefighters and mustaches.
You do see, so the lore of it is, and I believe there's some truth to this because it's lasted over the years, is that before we had our little air tanks we were on our back, our SCBA, our self-contained breathing apparatus, firefighters would grow big bushy mustaches. Before they would go into a fire, they would soak them down with water and then only breathe through their nose. So it was the first kind of air purification that they had.
That just fascinates
me. It's so interesting.
The bigger mustache they had, the more they could stay in a fire, the more they could help, the harder worker they were a better fireman. So that is some of the history. So you still see that today, big bushy mustaches out there. And then some people get more creative with handlebars and things like that, I guess.
I want to give a few shout outs to specific firefighters, but I won't. I don't want to totally embarrass them. But there's some great handlebar mustaches out there.
That's the great thing about this program is we encourage people, of course, to take that month and grow a mustache. We have a lot of members that have big mustaches. You don't have to shave.
Right.
We're just gathering money for children's charities.
Just have a good time.
Let it go. Have people people talking. But if your significant other does not like your mustache, it will still be off in time for Christmas pictures.
There we go.
So.
Yes. A shout out to Bill's significant other, Marie, who lets him do this every year.
Yes. But, I do really love, and we do have to just continue to underscore the creativity, I think, that our Henrico Heroes team, brings every year. It's just so fun. But the videos that you all make and the reels that some of the firefighters make with their costumes is amazing. We got kids in costumes. We have women who are sporting, sticker stashes. It's so super fun. Do you have a favorite Mustaches for Kids moment over the last few years?
I'd say the last 2 years. The first year, I so thought we were going to get over $1 million 2 years ago.
Right.
The end of the year stash bash that M4K Richmond puts on, again at no cost. It's in-kind contribution, so all the money that we raise goes to these kids.
Correct.
It's tremendously important because firefighters are pretty cynical when it comes to raising money. 100% goes to that. I thought we would get over $1 million that year. Then last year, when we finally eclipsed the $1 million mark, that was a highlight.
That was special, wasn't it?
It really was
amazing.
And to think that the group that started M4K Richmond, was a few guys that started out, in their backyard over a barbecue, saying maybe we should do this.
This might be fun.
And 23 years ago.
I think,
22 years ago, they started it and maybe raised 500, 600, I don't know what it was, but now they're over $1 million. That's incredible.
It really
What
is.
a movement.
Listener, like Bill said, there's a stash bash at the end of the Mustaches for Kids campaign. So people are there in costume with their mustaches, and there's, live music, and it's just this fun environment, and they announce how much together the hundreds of mustaches growers have raised, and it's amazing.
It is amazing.
That's awesome. Well, this is fun to chat. I really appreciate you. And just listener, Mustaches for Kids, when this episode drops, is live. Like, we've been growing mustaches, and we would love for you to check out our site. We'll link to it in the show notes. But Bill, just stepping back, like, clearly Mustaches for Kids is fun, but the goal is the children, right?
Absolutely.
And so at CASA, our vision is for kids to have a safe home, a safe, loving home that's hopefully forever, right? Do you, or maybe thinking of fire, like, do you have a vision for kids and families in our community? What is it?
We want safe homes. We want a safe community. I think having great public service partners, and that's police, fire, communications, sheriff's office, that is all incorporated into quality of life for Henrico County.
Right.
So if people can rely on those systems to keep them safe, in their time of need, I think it translates into just a better overall environment for the community. And that goes down to schools, that goes down to just going to the shopping center, that goes down to your parks, anything like that. I think it's all interwoven. What CASA does, what public safety does, what schools do, what the county does in terms of economic development, creating opportunities. We're all part of this same community. So when one thrives, I think we all thrive, and I think that's important.
So, Bill, we like to end our podcast conversations with a simple call to action. So something that is just really approachable and simple that we might all be able to do to make our community that better, safer, healthier place for children. So what would you leave us with today?
Pay it forward, with everything that you do. Have respect for, yourself, your fellow citizens, the fellow community. Things such as easy as M4K, making that little donation to a fun, just effort that we're
fun cause.
Mustaches. It's not a serious thing, but it's helping serious causes. And $10 here, $5, $100. If you want to make a corporate donation, we'll take that as well.
Right.
That then pays it forward really to helping these organizations provide very important services like what CASA does. I think that's the important thing here.
Yeah, I love that. So listener, we'll link to our Mustaches for Kids page.
Yes.
You can seek out Henrico Heroes and pay it forward, and we would appreciate it greatly. Bill, it's such a pleasure to know you.
Always
Thank
good
you
to
for
see
having
you.
me. It's always great to talk about this with you.
Thank you for listening to Vigilant Voices, Henrico CASA's new podcast. We have a vision for all children to live in safe, healthy homes. You can help us make that happen. Tell a friend about our podcast and find us on social media.
I believe in the better days.